Good morning. I am one of the hygienists. I'm Gerri that works with Dr. Lowery and Dr. Oliva at Beyond Smiles. And we thought it would be great to talk about some different topics that would benefit your health, as well as some fun things too. So look forward in the future to what we have to share with you. But one of the things I want to share with you today is the benefit and the importance of nasal breathing now more than ever. About 7 or 8 years ago, I became interested in learning more about breathing. I know a lot about the mouth, having been a hygienist for over 40 years, but breathing is something that can impact our health in so many ways, and it's something you think, well, yeah, I took yoga and I learned the benefits of diaphragmatic breathing and taking deep breaths, and I've had issues over the years when I was younger, especially with anxiety attacks, and so I learned about not breathing too fast, and I might be over breathing, and so I've heard about that. But as we began to study more about sleep apnea, one of the things that we learned was key was how we breathe, not just at night, but all the time, 24/7. In fact, now we don't call it breathing disordered sleep or sleep disordered breathing. We call it breathing disordered sleep. So it's our rhythm of our breathing and how we breathe that can impact our health significantly. So what I want you to do is do some self-reflecting, self-observation, and look at how you're breathing. Are you breathing through your mouth or are you breathing through your nose? Now, right now, as I'm talking with you, I'm breathing through my mouth, maybe a tiny bit through my nose, and I can even feel I was just inhaling like that. But what you want to do is, as much as possible, so when you're not talking, when you're not drinking something or putting food into your mouth, your lips should be together, and you should be taking your breath intake through your nose. Our bodies were created for nasal breathing. The reason why, there's many reasons that I'm not going to take minutes, a long time. I just want to give you some key things to think about. One is that there's natural filtration that happens when we breathe through our nose that doesn't happen when we breathe through our mouth. In our nose, when we breathe in, the air is humidified and there's little hairs inside your nose. That acts as a filtration for particles that you're breathing in. Back in the early 1990s, a key thing that was discovered was there's a body gas called nitric oxide that is released the most when we're breathing through our nose, through our nasal passages. And it's released inside the nasal cavity and also from the paranasal sinuses. And what nitric oxide can do is unbelievable. So a couple key things is that nitric oxide acts as a vasodilator. That means is that it helps our blood vessels to expand. It's a natural vasodilator. So by doing that, the blood flows better, there's less stress on our heart. Also, oxygen is released more readily to our brain and to our cells when we have that nitric oxide coming in along with the oxygen. That's key. Also, before COVID-19 occurred, there was a lot of research that was done with nitric oxide, that gas released inside our nasal cavity, and viruses, so SARS and also influenza. And what they found was that the nitric oxide could reduce up to 50% of the viral intake, what the air that we're breathing in when we're breathing through our noses. That can't happen when you breathe through your mouth. So the supposition right now is that, and some studies that are starting to be done is, could that also happen with COVID-19? More than likely, yes. Can't say for sure, but why not? It's a healthier way for us to breathe anyways. The second thing to think about is, so you're intentional in your breathing, so how do you know when you're nasal breathing? You shouldn't be able to hear your breath, you should barely be able to feel your breath. And in another video, I'll give you some simple exercises of what to do to help you be a nasal breather. So that's number one. Number two is think about the rhythm of your breathing. So I tend to breathe too fast, I talk too fast, I eat too fast, so I'm trying to slow all that down so that I'm more, I'm slowing down myself. And by slowing down your breathing and breathing in a more gentle rhythm, and again, that's another video, you can actually kick in your parasympathetic nervous system, not your sympathetic, which is your fight-flight system. That's where your heart starts to race faster and you're like, and that's what happens to a lot of us right now when we're under stress. By slowing down your breathing, the rhythm of your breathing, being more gentle, breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, It starts to calm your heart rate down. It kicks in your parasympathetic nervous system, and it just helps you start to sleep better, relax. There's so many benefits. I could go on and on and on, but because I'm at the 5-minute mark, that's as long as I want to keep this. What I'm going to do is, with this video, I will post a couple key links. One is to the person who I trained under, because I'm a Buteyko breathing practitioner, so I'm certified in that. So I studied under a gentleman named Patrick McCune, and he's written a few books, great easy books to read. One is called Close Your Mouth, available on Amazon, and the other one is called Oxygen Advantage, also available on Amazon. But he was a patient of Dr. Buteyko, and he studied under Dr. Buteyko before Dr. Buteyko, Ukrainian physician, died in the early 2000s. So that's all for now, and please everybody stay healthy. I'm making my mask. I've made a cloth mask. I'm going to be wearing a mask when I go out to protect others, and I'm going to be breathing through my nose to protect me. Take care. If you have any questions, just post on our Facebook page. Bye for now.